Are you depressed, anxious, scared, ruminating? Me too. Part of the problem for all of us is we don't really have much going on. And this doesn't apply to you if you're constantly busy. But even if you are, you could be overworking yourself and not really be present in these moments. A lack of social interaction, a lack of social presence, a lack of going out and doing things is today's topic. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my experiences, things that I've been dealing with and battling, things that maybe you guys have as well. And the only way to get over this stuff is how I'm going to explain. But so yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed. I'm going to paint a picture here for you. Close your eyes and imagine the picture real quick. So boom, you're sitting around all the time in your bed. You're finding comfort in that bed. You spend days just laying in your bed watching shows, watching TikTok, scrolling, eating potato chips, eating whatever you want. And then one day you get up and you try to leave and you go to do something and your brain says, fuck, do I really want to do this shit? You have plans with a friend. You made plans to do this. You made plans to do this. It sounded fun in the moment, but your brain thinks, man, do I want to fucking do this? Or do I just want to lay here in this comfortable bed and stay here alone? That's the rumination trap right there. So basically what the rumination trap does is it builds mental walls up in your head that allow you not to do things. And the more that you don't do things that your brain says, oh, maybe we shouldn't do that, the more these walls close tighter. And then you're confined in your little space. Say you find comfort, for me example, I find comfort in my bedroom in bed. If you find comfort in your bedroom in bed, you might be far away from your bed and comfortable home, and you might be out doing something and you get a stress, anxiety, I just want to go home, I just want to go home. You might get this feeling, this sensation overcome you. And depending on how you handle that, that determines if you're going to have a panic attack or not. When you get in a point where you're so used to being in the same place, you're so used to being locked into one place, it's almost like a prison cell. For me, I've had times, even recently, where I'm stuck in my room so much doing work, doing things on the computer, I don't leave my room. And this can get very unhealthy because sometimes I just have to get up and go outside and breathe the fresh air because I feel like this sensation of overwhelming brain feeling that I'm not doing anything. Like, when's the last time I've talked to somebody? When's the last time I've done anything? And I get this immense sense of anxiety. So I just have to go out of the room and fidget and go outside. And it's so unhealthy to get in these isolated spots where you're lonely and isolated. You don't interact with your friends and family as much as you should be because it's not. A lot of the times there's things to do, but you just choose otherwise. You choose not to do them. You choose them because your brain is being comfortable in this spot. And the more that you deny these other things, the more walls it builds. And the more likely you are to do it again and not go out somewhere. The less likely you are to do something that you would have stress doing. And it takes effort to require and do, because laying in bed and being in bed is so fucking easy. Anybody in the world can do it. I started getting so locked into my room and so stuck in there that I started doing my walks in my room. It's cold outside and I said, I don't want to go outside and do my walks. So I started doing my walks in my room. Basically the whole fucking day is spent in here. And honestly, this shit makes you go fucking mental. It makes you go mental because you're not getting out and talking to strangers. You're not talking to anybody new. You're doing the same old every day. And your brain can't fucking handle that because we're not meant to be doing that. We're not meant to be sitting in a room not talking to people for hours, talking to your family a little bit every day. We're not meant to be doing this. We're meant to be out. We're meant to be gathering. We're meant to be in a tribal community, and living your life in a basement or alone all the time is obviously going to deter your mental health. You're going to have a mental decline fast. People in solitary confinement, they go fucking nuts. You're not even like a human anymore. You're a shell of what you were. And this is what happens when you stay inside too much. You get every little response is some crazy thing, and it's like your stress and anxiety is at all-time heightened going out of the house, and that's just not where you want to be. And I'm in that spot a lot. Currently, I'm in that spot. I don't feel like leaving my room and house. And every time I do, I get anxiety. And it's like, that's 100% normal. It's snowing here, it's cold. And that makes it even harder. But once you let yourself get trapped in the cycle becomes that much harder to break. Once you get so bad, the cycle is so hard to break on your own. But the only way to break your fears and everything that you think is holding you back, if you feel like you don't want to go outside because you think something bad's going to happen, or you're not going to feel good, or anything's going to happen, the only way to break and conquer that thought that you have right there is by going doing it. Immerse your thing in the thing you're scared of that you don't want to do. You feel like you would have this reaction. Immerse yourself in it and come out fine, come out okay. Maybe you're embarrassed, maybe you're shy, maybe you're this, but come out okay and see that, hey, I went and did that thing and it wasn't so bad. That means I can go and do other things that I think I can't do. It's all about these little steps. You have one fear, conquer it until you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and you're always willing to do things. And the hard part about this is me personally, I've been social. Last summer, I was out doing everything. I had none of this. But once you get trapped in the cycle of being like this, it's so hard to break out of it. And it's helpful to have somebody to talk to. I know for me, I've kept a lot of my thoughts in, and now I'm just starting to speak out to people. And it's okay to be vulnerable to your family and friends. I don't tell strangers my things. I don't even really tell my friends, but family is there for you, people that you can trust, and go to those people if you're having problems. Tell them what you're feeling so they don't think you're a lazy piece of shit just sitting inside all the time and has no life. Tell them what you're feeling and they will help you. They will talk to you. They will do this for you. I promise you. And if they don't understand, comment on my video. Comment under here. Say what you're dealing with. I probably can relate to you, and it helps me just as much as it helps you. Nobody's a burden. I don't want anybody to think, because me, myself, I felt like a burden sometimes speaking out. That's why I didn't for the longest time. And if you're not a burden if you speak out. We're all people. This life is short, so we might as well speak out as much as we can. And you got to come to the realization that everything in life is temporary, and we might as well go out and live our life to the fullest that we can and not be fearful, because being fearful does so many horrible things to your body, and it doesn't add a single day to your life. That's my favorite quote in the Bible. So you guys that are watching this, and if you're dealing with social isolation but it's not by choice, I'm so sorry for that. A lot of my social, stuff is by choice. I don't really want to go anywhere. I'm a homebody, so I stay inside all the time. But if you don't have any people to go out and do things with, just go out, go for a walk, go to a pond, go to a forest, talk to people online, talk to your AI robot if you don't have anybody. I'm telling you, this shit like this works. Talking to people about your day, telling people what you're feeling. I do that so much because I don't want to talk to people. I journal my thoughts. It gets them out of my brain, puts them onto a piece of paper, and it makes me feel a sense of relief. Also, you talk to my AI. My AI in journal if you don't want to talk to people or you don't have anybody to talk to. I'm telling you, there's ways to get through this stuff. And it's just about breaking a habit. Everything in life is habit formed. Everything we do is pretty much a habit. So the only way to break the habit is by doing something different. And I have been doing the same thing a lot and expecting a different result, but that's just not how life works. If you do the same thing, you're going to get the same result. And everybody who has nothing to do, no friends, no anything, I know it can be hard and it makes everything more challenging because you feel like such a loser and you're not getting invited places, you're not having these opportunities, but find something, find time to interact with your family, time to interact with a stranger, like just anything you can to feel a sense of community. Join Reddit groups, anything you want. I'm telling you, there's a lot of options. Discords, feel like you're a part of something, and don't let anybody tell you different, that you're a loser. Don't let anybody tell you anything, because you're trying. People are going to make fun of you regardless. People with anxiety, if you're anxious and have an anxiety attack, of course people are going to say you're a pussy or you're this, you're that, but it's not. They don't really know what goes on. They don't really know how it is, so you can't listen to that. And you just got to get up and try your hardest, and that's what we all have to do. We all have to keep going regardless of the circumstances in our life. And every day is a grind. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new day to be somebody different, to be somebody better, to be somebody that you want to be. And don't let yourself get caught in this it's a negative feedback loop, doing the same thing over and over again and staying inside. Rumination is a huge one. Depression, laying in your bed, they all go hand in hand. Anxiety, rumination, depression. Depression keeps you paralyzed. Anxiety keeps you also paralyzed and not able to go out and do things that you want to do, be able to go out where you want to go. And rumination also keeps you trapped. They're a three-headed monster, and if you're ruminating, you might gain anxiety and depression. And if you're anxious, you might get rumination, then you might get depression. It all is like they bounce off one another. So the overall way to prevent a lot of this is just stay busy and stay doing things. And people that aren't busy, it makes it so much harder. But find little things to do. Say, hey, today I have to go do this, even though it's not important. Say I have to go do this crazy workout. Say I have to go do this. Find something to fill your day with, even if it's meaningless and it's not a real thing. You don't have a job or anything. Just fill your day with something. Fill your day with something that makes you feel productive. And yeah, we're going to get through this. And it's just such a hard thing, because it's like, if you stay trapped in that state, it just keeps pulling you like a rope deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper until you're unable to really go anywhere. And that's just such a bad feeling to have. And I know I've had that feeling, and it's just is not one that you enjoy having. And anybody who's dealing with that right now, like I said, leave a comment if you don't have anywhere else to go, or if you just don't want to go to anybody else. Leave a comment. I'm happy to respond. I'm happy to tell you what my circumstance, my experiences, and everything that we're feeling is all mental. A lot of it is not reality. It's not the truth. It's not any of this. It's just all up in our heads. So we have to try and find a way to fight against that, and get a different mindset. Tell yourself you can do it. You can do this. Oh, no, it's not going to be hard. It's not. Even if it is hard, just tell yourself it's going to be easy. Have that delusional confidence, and I guarantee you that stuff's going to get easier for you, and whatever you have wanting to do, it's going to get easier, and I promise that. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm tired as shit. I'll see you boys in the next one.